Yeah, so wild night partying with Matt too. So heads up tournament starting right now. Hopefully I'll get to register. Um, yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, so gonna jump in the 8-game mix. Brazilians aren't ready for poker rags. I told myself I'm gonna play so good tomorrow. So yeah, we'll give it a go. This really is a soft sweatshirt, much like the soft straddle shirt. I'm not just saying that; it's soft. So anyway, if you're gonna play so good tomorrow, you might as well play so good tomorrow and see what my Brazilian friends think of hashtag poker rags. All right, good luck to us. See ya. We'll sit down for the 8-game with this gentleman. His name is Paulo. Played with him every time I've come here. Solid player. Matu knows him. Of course, Matu knows every poker player in Sao Paulo. But yeah, we both went deep in the heads-up tournament a year ago. We've both been on some final tables. Yeah, so Paulo's at the table. A couple other solid players. A couple people that don't seem to know the games at all. There's a gentleman in Raz who was showing 2 pair and didn't realize that was bad. So, stuff like that. Well, overall, I would say the 8-game is going good. Just got totally destroyed on the Raz round. Just demoralizing draws, pairing me on the river. Any card will win. Fun like that. Yeah, I had one where a guy had Queen, Jack, 10 showing. I'm drawing to a 7 and can't hit any of those cards. I just have to pair every time. So anyway, lost a bunch of hands on the Raz, but and then the 7 stud, probably another game where I have a pretty good advantage at the table. I couldn't manage to capture 80 chips. So, yeah, so starting stack 30,000. I'm at 18,000 after those 2 games. Feeling pretty good, though. See ya. Nah. You have each other's outs. How can I lose? Spades and everything. Right there. Yeah, so level 6, the registration is still open on the 8-game. I think we're down about 16,000 Brazilian reais for the tournament series so far. Not loving that, but yeah, feeling good about my 8-game compared to the field here. So there's about 100 runners, 90 some runners at the time. It's level 6. I'm going to go ahead and jump back in and get just a really nice table. Absolute splashy, crazy players. Unfortunately, I didn't take any video. There is this Asian gentleman who's fairly solid at No Limit Hold'em. He's a little gambly. He's the one who knocked me out of the heads up tournament in March, so I won't make the money with a 20% hand. So, that sucks. I'm sure I've done it to many a person. So, it is what it is, right? But I'll sit down and right away it's deuce 7, which I think is probably my top couple of games in the mix. So that's great. I'll have the button on the first or second hand or whatever it is, and get dealt 3, 6, 7, 9 queen. So not the best starting hand, but on the button, of course, we're going to play this. Be nice to go with the deuce, but let's just see what happens. So I'm going to just button raise. The big blind is the Asian gentleman here, who's going to 3-bet. So I'll complete the action. So it'll be 3 bets into the first draw. So I'll elect to throw because I was raised there. I'm gonna, actually, here's an important point. This gentleman is going to exchange 4 cards after he 3-bet me. So he's going to exchange 4 cards. Another gentleman in there is going to exchange 2. So I'm going to throw the 9 and keep the 3, 6, 7. And in the first draw, make a 7. So so I'll draw a 2 and a 4. So I've got a nice 7-6 hand to bet and raise every street and take down the first pot. Things are looking up. Well, no, this is kind of fun. 8-game mix. I had set the biggest dream table. I think I have a couple hands genned up from that table we could talk about. And then I get moved right before the dinner break. So there's literally 2.5 minutes before the dinner break. I get moved to balanced tables. It's 6-player tables and 8 max. I'm like, what, registration's still open. Like, why are we filling this table before the dinner break? But whatever. I get moved, and it's PLO, which is probably my worst game in the 8 mix, in the 8-game mix. So PLO, I sit down with so I'll sit down on the new table, PLO, and wake up with this is queens. So I have queen, queen, 10, 7 with clubs. I'm going to open, and then in position behind me, a gentleman is going to raise. So I don't exactly remember what the blinds were, but he's going to raise something just below pot. I'm going to complete the action and see the flop. We're going to have a ace queen 4 with 2 spades flop. I am going to check. He's going to bet, and I'm going to call. The turn's going to bring the an ace, and I check, and he's going to jam. So I don't know. This one seemed kind of spazzy to me. If he had, originally I was definitely very worried about aces, right? And now there's another ace on the board. Ace queen is certainly a player, but I go ahead and call off with the queen's full, and I get the smirk head nod of nice call kind of facial expressions, but still have to fade some outs as he has ace king king jack double suited. So any 4, any jack, any king, any 4 king jack. I'm gonna lose this one. Fade the outs and get a huge win a huge double up. Very next hand, the gentleman is going to pot right away, and I think it folds around. The very next hand after that, he pots again, and I'll have an ace queen 2-4 with ace queen of spades, 2-4 of hearts, and he's gonna have like a jack 10 6-4, just frustrated that he bluffed off all of his chips, and he potted both of the very next hands, so we'll get it all in on that one, and that'll hold. So things are looking good. That's going to put me I think we go to the dinner break then, and that's going to put me as chip leader. But the moral of the story is, after those two hands, I'll play pretty decent. So I've got just over 200,000 with an average chip stack of about 70,000. There's one other chip stack that's got about 180, and there's hardly any chip stacks over 100K. So yeah, I'm not usually in this spot, right? So I'm a chip leader with about 60 remaining. There's 135 runners. I think registration is open for maybe a couple more hours. And we'll bag and finish up tomorrow on day 2. So with any luck, my best case performance at this point is going to be a 30 percentile, right where I belong. But with any luck, we can go a little bit farther and light the afterburners. Top Gun 2 coming out soon. Theaters near you. No, I don't get paid to say that. Later, guys. Yeah, so a little bit frustrating. Still at about 200,000. I've got double the average stack. I'm exactly at the 30th percentile, which means unless I lose it all in a PLO or a no limit hold'em hand, should be good to go to advance. The joke there, if I haven't told it already, is I always seem to go out in the 30th percentile in mixed games. Exception to that is the 1500 stud at the World Series of Poker, where I'll get 7th. I think it was 7th. And, today. So, yeah, feeling good. I don't know if I have the highest stack anymore. It hasn't changed since the dinner break or the last break we talked. 200,000 chips, average stack's 100,000. There's 41 left.